But you can see that when the pH is maintained at 8.4, what happened? Even 0.68 ppm of ammonia will be toxic to the fishes. Now, in the last row, you can see that at the temperature of 32, in the first column, corresponding to the pH 6, it is shown as 22. That means at the temperature of 32 and at the pH of 6, 22 ppm. That means if the concentration of ammonia is 22 ppm, then it will be toxic to the fishes. But in the last row and in the last column, you can see that at the temperature of 32 and at the pH of 8.4, even 0.1 ppm of ammonia is there, it will be toxic to the fishes. Okay, so the concentration of ammonia is mainly determined by the water temperature and the water pH. Normally in the freshwater system, we always need to keep the concentration of ammonia below 0.1 ppm. Otherwise, it will be toxic to the fishes. Now, how can you test the ammonia concentration in the system? Normally, we are following spectrophotometric methods. Nestler's method, ammonium salicylate methods, different tests are available, but we are following spectrophotometric methods. Now, coming to the next toxic compound, nitrite. What is nitrite? Nitrite actually is not directly released into the system. It is the product of ammonia oxidation. Okay. Once ammonia is getting released into the system, after the bacteria will go and do the process known as by nitrification. So after ammonia oxidation, the product of the ammonia will be getting oxidized into nitrite. So this nitrite, comparatively as compared to ammonia, nitrite is not so much toxic to the fishes. However, it is also toxic. How it will be toxic to the fishes? It can cause the formation of methemoglobin instead of normal hemoglobin, and it can cause leads to fish suffocation and final mortality. Anyway, we have to remove nitrite also from the system. Now, we can see that nitrite should be maintained less than 0.5 mg per liter. But in the case of ammonia, even 0.03 will be toxic to the fishes. But in the case of nitrate, even 0.5 mg per liter, it is affordable. Okay. Now, nitrate, like ammonia, nitrate also exists in two forms, that is ionized and unionized form. And like ammonia, this also unionized form will be more toxic to the fishes. So here now we are dealing with the toxicities only. Why I am discussing Metrococcus, etc. So this is the difference between the ammonia oxidation and the nitrite oxidation. Here you can see that ammonia oxidation is a little complex compared to ammonia oxidation because one intermediate product during ammonia oxidation. First of all, ammonia is getting converted to hydroxylamine, then only it will be converted to nitrate. But in the case of nitrate oxidation, there is no intermediates. And ammonia oxidation is a rate limiting step, and it will be yielding higher energy compared to nitrate oxidation. And these are the players and some examples, and these are the enzymes: ammonia monooxygenase and nitrite oxidoreductase. Now, this is the latest finding. In 2015, actually, in Nature, one article has been published. This is the article. Which has been published in Nature. Complete nitrification is being possible by Nitrospira bacteria. So this is actually breaking the basic principle of nitrification, because Nitrospira inopinata, this is the organism, I think the Danes et al. In 2015, they reported that this is the first organism which is known as a complete nitrifier or complete ammonia oxidizer. That means they can perform both ammonia oxidation and nitrite oxidation together. All the enzymes responsible for both the two-step nitrification is possible within a single organism. So, after identifying this comomox, it is a very relevance, or it is breaking the basic principle of nitrification after the discovery of comomox. This is that article. So here you can see that from the school days onwards, what we are studying is ammonia to nitrate, nitrate to nitrate only. But here you can see one new step is being created in the nitrogen cycle, that is ammonia directly getting converted to nitrite. Now this is the complex genetic system of MES, and simply just I'm showing you. And now come to heterotrophic nitrification. So what we have done is mainly on autotrophic nitrification, that is basically the nitrification is being performed by autotrophs only, but in addition to that some heterotrophic nitrification is also getting possible, which is being performed by heterotrophs. But comparatively here no energy generation. They are not performing nitrification for getting energy, but they are utilizing the organic compounds, and side-wise they can utilize or they can consume ammonia and getting converted to nitrate. So heterotrophic nitrification is also possible. So it is being performed by heterotrophic nitrophase. These are some of the heterotrophic nitrophase: Bacillus, Paracoccus, Pseudomonas, Thermus, etc. Now, another feature of heterotrophic nitrophase one report is there, Paracoccus pantadrophus. It's a very rare organism which has the capability to perform heterotrophic nitrification together with aerobic denitrification. So, what's the peculiarity? After nitrification, it can be immediately converted to nitrogenous gases. So once the nitrification is getting over, it will be coupled with aerobic denitrification. So after explaining denitrification, I will explain what it is. So here we can see what's the difference between autotrophic and heterotrophic nitrification. Autotrophic nitrification I have already explained, which are exclusively performed by chemolithoautotrophs. But heterotrophic nitrification performed by chemoheterotrophs, and no energy released during heterotrophs, and which will be slower. The process will be slower in the case of heterotrophic nitrification, and the enzymes also will be little bit different. Okay, and in the case of its biochemical, in the biochemistry part, we can say that autotrophic nitrification is more thermodynamically favorable as compared to heterotrophic nitrification. Now, I hope you understood what is aerobic nitrification. Now, one more nitrification is getting very much relevant in the ecosystem, that is anaerobic nitrification. As I already told, that nitrification can occur only in the presence of oxygen, but this anaerobic nitrification is exclusively carried out by another group of organisms known as plantomycetes group. They are normally occur in extreme environments only. So this is known as NMOX reaction. NMOX. What they are known as NMOX, that is anaerobic ammonia oxidizers. So the peculiarity of this anaerobic nitrification is that it is not ammonia directly converted to nitrate. Instead, ammonia combines with nitrate to directly form nitrogenous gases. So what happens in the aquatic system is that once the ammonia getting deposited in the system, if anaerobic nitrophase are present, they will oxidize the ammonia not directly into nitrate. Further, instead of nitrate, they will be converting ammonia to nitrogenous gases. So once the nitrogen gas is formed, what happened? The toxic metabolite will be completely removed from the system. That's the peculiarity of anaerobic nitrification. Ammonia to nitrate, further to nitrogen gas. This is the NMOX reaction. Here you can see that NH4 plus ammonia combines with NO2 to directly it will form nitrogen. This is something the anemoxosome complex, and within this membrane this reaction is getting performed. Now coming to the denitrification part. So you might have a question. Once the nitrification is getting over, is it our problem getting solved? No. because the final product of nitrification is nitrate only. Still the nitrate is toxic to the fishes, is it? That means ammonia is getting deposited through the excretion of fishes. So that ammonia is getting converted to nitrate by ammonia oxidizers. Nitrate is getting converted to nitrate by nitrate oxidizers. Now still we are having the toxic metabolite nitrate in the system. So we have to remove nitrate also from the system. Who will perform denitrification? Definitely it will be the denitrifiers. But one problem is there. Nitrification strictly performed only under aerobic condition, but denitrification is strictly anaerobic process. That is the main challenge we are facing in the aquaculture system. Suppose if you want to remove the nitrogenous waste, especially ammonia, you can perform the nitrification step in a single system, and after that you have to pass the water. The water should be recirculated into another system which should be highly anaerobic. Otherwise, it cannot be converted into the nitrogenous gases. So it's a strictly anaerobic process. Who will perform denitrifiers? Both autotrophic and both heterotrophic. And here, nitrate you can see the difference is that ammonia oxidation, that is the nitrification. That means ammonia is acting as the electron donor. But in the case of denitrification, nitrate is not the electron donor, but it is the electron acceptor. That means we have to provide additional electron donor to the system for the organisms to perform denitrification. So extra carbon source have to be provided. So denitrification is normally heterotrophic only. Very rarely only autotrophic organisms will perform the denitrification. Around 50 different kinds of genera will perform denitrification. So here we can see that NO3. NO3 means nitrate. Nitrate is the end product of nitrification. That is NO3. This NO3 is getting converted to NO2, that is nitrite. NO2 is getting converted to nitrous oxide, NO. NO is then getting converted to N2O, that is nitric oxide. This N2O is getting finally converted to nitrogen. So in this way, the ammonia released in the system is finally getting converted into dinitrogen gas. In that way, we can completely remove the toxic metabolite from the system. So once again, I will explain. NO3 is the nitrate. It is the end product of nitrification. That nitrification end product NO3 is nitrate is finally getting converted to nitrogen gas. Okay, so this for performing denitrification, we have to apply denitrifiers also into the system. This is the genetic system of denitrifiers. It is something different from aerobic. I will ask you one question. What's the difference in aerobic and anaerobic respiration? In the case of aerobic respiration, oxygen will act as the electron acceptor. All you are aware of that, no? Suppose if we are providing glucose to a media, the E. coli will use glucose as so denitrate electron acceptor and not oxygen because they are more sensitive to oxygen. So here nitrate will act as the electron acceptor, means the oxygen will not be present, or they cannot use oxygen as the electron acceptor. So their electron transport chain will be something different. That's why I have shown this picture. Here we can see that instead of oxidase, oxidoreductase, something what we are studying in the electron transport chain of aerobic respiration, it is quite different from that. And the energy release also will be low compared to the aerobic respiratory system. So who will perform denitrification? Paracoccus, Paracoccus halodenitrificans, Pseudomonas. Likewise, different organisms are there. And Halobacterium denitrificans is an archaeal denitrifier reported. Archaeal means it is different from bacteria. It will